Hi pipe smokers, my name is Octavian. Today I want to do a little bit of a first impressions video of the second ever Flake Virginia blend I've ever tried. And that blend is, per Jensen, King's Watch. It's described as a Danish style, bright Virginia flake, rich with natural toasted sweetness and notes of crisp citrus. Now, the reason I bought the tin is because of that description. Those are, in general, things that I look for in a natural tobacco flavor-ish blend. And I have popped this tin before just to smell it, but I've never smoked out of it. So I got my little pipe tool here. See, it's not sealed, but I had a hard time twisting it open again. If you'd like, pause the video and grab your pipe and your favorite blend. Let's smoke a little bit today. And in the tin we get a little bit of a coffee filter like packing. And there's a little note written to you. Not going to read it all, but it says, "Dear pipe smoker, I sincerely hope you enjoy this bright Virginia blend." And then it gives you a description of what inspired it. This is what it looks like. Now this looks a lot different than the other flakes I have. The Sam McGawith flakes and Mac Barron flakes are very thin, and this kind of looks like it's all smushed together. Maybe not that this isn't thin, but the other ones were very easy to separate, and this kind of looks, I'm not sure how to go about this. If you I guess if you kind of lift it out, you can grab a flake. Actually, I got two. And to smoke it, I'm going to be using my Elderbranch churchwarden that I made. It was featured in one of my other videos, finished, and then in my first ever video, I was smoking out of it before it was even done. I'm just going to use my little cutting board here. I think I'm going to rub this, but when I first opened this tin and I smelt it, I got this immediate apple cider note, like an apple cider that was made mostly with green Granny Smith apples. And now that's faded. There's still a tiny bit of it, but there's a lot of hay. Yeah, definitely a lot more hay now since I since I opened it. So I got my flake here. I'm just gonna pack this back up. I don't know about you all, but I've been looking forward to a smoke today. I spent the earlier part of the day hand sanding my first Danish apple that I've made, and I've got it up to 400 grit. I've got a few scratches that I have to get out of it, but it's coming along very nicely. I'm hoping to make a short soon where I apply shellac to it. That would be a really nice, cool video to make. I love those kinds of videos. Like someone you should definitely check out is Craig Cedar. I hope I pronounced that right. But he's been making pipes for a long time, and he's done some incredible work, and he regularly posts shorts of his finished pipes. Well, not his. He posts his finished pipes and him applying the shellac, and they're really nice to watch. before I get started, I'm just going to take a quick pause, and gotta free up some space on my phone so the recording doesn't cut out. That's what it looks like all packed in there. It does smell amazing. And I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, just like that, I'm back. Alright. Just testing the draw. That's one of the things I love about this pipe. The draw and its ability to stay lit is the best pipe I have. I think I was able to fix my Zippo. Let's see if it works. Lost a piece. Right off the first puff, I'm noticing that it kind of tastes like it smells in the tin, which isn't common for me. It's completely different from an aromatic, but not in your face. I think it has a good moisture level. In the tin, I could feel it in my hands. It wasn't very wet. The 1792 flake that I had was much more wet than this. If any of you grabbed your pipe when I told you to pause, let me know what pipe you grabbed and what blend you have. Hopefully today's video will be a little bit better. I'm trying a new position here, and I have a portable light, and I turned the fan down on my pellet stove, so hopefully it's not as loud, but I can still stay warm. Give you a little close-up of the pipe. I love this thing. It has some flaws, but I made those flaws and it's mine. Tonight I'm going to be doing a video call with a pipe maker, Nelson Pipes, out of Oklahoma. He came up on my Facebook recommended friends list after recently joining a Facebook group called the Slow Smoke Society, and some of you came from his channel and subscribed to me, and he wanted to test out making a new Facebook group, and I thought it was a great idea. It's very small right now, there's only 11 of us in there, but him and I would greatly appreciate it if you joined. Currently he made me an administrator in the group, and I hope to do more things in the future. It's great to have other pipe smokers to talk to, being that there's only one other person that smokes a pipe in my life, in real life. To be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what I'm tasting. It's very new to me. But the one thing that's for certain is that there's a sourness there. And I don't know if I can differentiate it between an apple, a sour apple, or like an orange, a citrus taste. Now, something else that I made a post about in my community, it's not my community, but it was just a written post that I made about a new series of pipes that I want to make. So I was doing my research for my next material order of briar and other things, and I found that Vermont Freehand sells briar cubes, and they're much less than buying a plateau or an ebuchon block of briar. And in my mind, I knew that I really liked the concept that Nording made of their compass pipes. But I want to make it in my style, what I like to make. And my style isn't a wooden stem with an acrylic mouthpiece attached to it. So what I plan to do is make a sturdy metal connection, probably out of copper, because I like copper, onto the bowl. It won't have a large shank because they're cubes, and so it'll be mostly a bowl with something connecting to it, like this ash branch. Now they're not going to be this big unless there's a demand for them. But I plan to have 3 sizes. The first is going to be human, the second dwarf, and then hobbit. So I'll let you make your guesses what that will mean in size. But anyway, human is going to be like a standard length 5 to 6 inch pipe with a 3/4 inch diameter bowl and about a 1 1/4 deep tobacco chamber. And there will be a portion of an ash branch and an acrylic tip, as well as a metal lined hole throughout the ash so the smoke and moisture can absorb into the wood. Then my plan for dwarf wasn't necessarily to increase the length, but to increase the bowl size. It will be the largest diameter tobacco chamber, and possibly a little bit longer than 6 inches. But maybe around a 0.8 to 0.9 diameter bowl, and a little bit deeper, maybe a 1.5 inches deep. And then the hobbit will be similar to this, perhaps not as long. This pipe is around 14.5 inches long from end to tip. Maybe around 12 to 13 inches long. And it will be the same. It will have a mouthpiece similar to this. I think the dwarf and the human will have a button on the mouthpiece, so I'll make a button on them so they can be clenched. And the point being of this series is that those briar cubes are not that expensive, and I think if I plan out accordingly, I should be able to make them where it's worthwhile for me to make them. And for those of you viewing who like the things that I make, to purchase them without really hurting your wallet. And my goal with the series is to be able, for the pipes I sell, I think it's going to be around 15. I'm going to make them all and release them all at once. And I think I'm going to set a goal for around mid-April. Each one will be handmade, and most of them, I don't think any one pipe is going to have the same acrylic. Actually, there might be like three of each kind of acrylic. And the order that I made will be arriving soon. And the first pipe that I'm going to make, I want to give to one of you viewers to say thank you for getting me to over 100 subscribers. I have currently, when I checked before this video, 115 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you. And I want to give one of those pipes away. Every pipe I make, there's some part of me that goes into it. I spend around probably 2 to 4 days on every pipe, if not more time currently. As I make more pipes, I get faster, but I still have a level of quality that I want to achieve. There's one pipe that I started making recently, a poker pipe, and it was going to be another one of my copper spigots, and the copper band on the pipe, I didn't fit it so it was at a perfect perpendicular angle to the shank, and it just bothers me. I think I'm going to give away that pipe too once it's finished. I actually have it right here. It's got some really nice grain that you probably won't be able to see, but this is the poker. It's got some plateau grain on the front half of the circle there. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to polish the bottom. It's going to be nice and shiny on the bottom. And I think I'm going to sandblast the top. And as long as there aren't any pits on the side, which there aren't right now, I think I'm going to leave it smooth. But you can tell me if you can see how the angle's off there. I have to shape the stem because there's a precast and it was a little crooked, so I'm just going to make it straight, but I can't correct that angle on the copper band. Now this briar is really old. It was from the supplier that I got. It was first cut in the 1980s. And when I drilled the tobacco chamber, the friction on the bit drilling the bowl, it made this fragrant, sweet wood smell. And I can imagine it's going to be a great smoker. Actually, after this video is done, I'm going to at least get to the point where I can finish sanding it. Now back to the tobacco. I'm trying to decide whether or not I like it. And it's definitely very good. I'm enjoying my smoke. But compared to something that I've been really enjoying, Sutliff Vanilla Custard, I'm not sure if I would pick this up over that in my current mood. It is light on the nicotine, which I enjoy. Well, I think I'm going to enjoy my smoke. Let me know about what you think about the topics I talked about today. And don't forget about the Slow Smoke Society Facebook group. I think we could really have a great small community there, or perhaps even larger in the future. And I look forward to talking to you guys there and being able to just shoot the breeze whenever. Once again, my name is Octavian. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.